Hi, my name is Mary Touche, and maybe you're joining me for part 3 in OneNote to create a class notebook. So we just went over in part 2 the collaboration space, and part 1 was just getting started with OneNote. But in this collaboration space, you have the opportunity for students to work together, or staff members if it's your professional development, and it's all organized by topics and sections. And so I created a date here as my landing page, and then whatever breakout session they were in, that was the teams. So now, where did I have all this stored so I was prepared? So if you, let's scroll down a little bit here and get to the teacher only section. So down in the teacher only section, I had my up and coming pages. So maybe this is the data I was going to show for the next section. And sometimes I would have just like a basic part of the page, the roles I used at this time. And so I could just copy and drop those in and then upload my new PDF. Now remember, in the first video I talked about the PDF, so let me go back to that really quickly. So like for this one right here, if you notice at the very top, it actually has the PDF here. That's what I would upload. And what when you have an opportunity to insert, this is a printout. So it actually dropped both. It dropped the file and it dropped the whole thing. So students could actually do this, download it, and then they would have a copy that they could just print out. And they could write over it as we're doing it digitally. But a lot of students who had some digital prowess, they would just copy this and then they would move the page or copy the page to their homework or their just a location, and they can make that their notes for class, right? Because their team worked on that. Okay, so back to the teacher section. So I would have also answer keys, maybe some things that I wanted to try and just remember, and I'd copy notes for myself. This class I didn't use that as much. Then maybe I had some scratch paper and things that I was working on, or students that I didn't want the collaboration space, but maybe it was in during office hours. And like this student, I think I just had another student who was doing some calculus, so we were working on that and doing a quick review. Okay, so let's go to the content library. These were our original populated OneNote features, and I wanted to show you some kind of cool things. This is actually a sticky note, so let me show you that. So let's say you are working on students' collaborative spaces. There's lots of choices here. You could put some different pictures in, check marks, crazy monkey faces, like, I don't know, we had a good time like giving each other feedback after we found these stickers. And not maybe everyone has stickers. But there's these main note pages, and I just put them here in the content library so they weren't gone. I also did any workshops that the school had. Maybe they had scholarships, and so I would post these here. Maybe they had math club, or you have like, so this would be like the most recent flyer. The school had flyers, and so if they needed a quick phone number, student success workshops, like so many options that you could put in this for the school itself. I also had the main PDFs here of all of our assignments, so I could even just go here and drag and drop it to the next class activity that we worked on. I also did the recording, so if you were the 9 a.m., and again, the only people having access to this were my cross-listed sections, so if they didn't think like the recording went great for one class, then they could watch another class. And sometimes I didn't record it, or there's like presentations or other things that I had students meet at office hours, maybe we recorded it and put it there. But now WebEx or others will store them for you, so the students could get those. Team roles, this was just, okay, maybe my students were working on, they're like, oh, I'm the collaborator, what does that do? And here's like some questions that they could ask their team. This was our discussion prompts for giving high quality feedback. And then maybe OneNote help. So because we were doing mathematics, I think I created this or copied it from something, a OneNote help, and for students to get like an opportunity to know how to type in the mathematics versus just drawing. So that's the teacher only and the content library pages. And the collaboration space, awesome. If you also need like more room, you can always move this. And I think that's pretty much all. There was like, oh, let me show you one more thing. So scratch paper, so just adding a page, really easy, deleting the page, copying it, but like you can change your paper style. Maybe you want to do like a graph paper, and that was cool because then the students could actually get and graph some pieces here. There's accessibility options, live captions, translating. Let me show you about the authors. So whenever somebody's working on a shared space, like for this one, let me scroll down. If anyone types anything, it will actually put their letters and so of their name, so you can tell who typed that. So that's kind of nice. And let me see what else I can show you. So dive into here. You can get some ideas like, okay, maybe you could review student notebook or student work, or distribute a page to everybody's personal pages. So I haven't dived into here, so hopefully if you find out, like maybe you can actually grade student work that's in their notebooks, but definitely a great place to curate everything. There is a really cool feature with equation writing, or there's a math like spot where if you draw in the mathematics and lasso it on the OneNote online, let's see if I can show you an example here. Let's try it just for fun. So if I've got, let's draw it on this page, and if I'm doing an equation, I don't know, I haven't quite used this, but I had students say like that they found it helpful sometimes. Maybe it's just basic mathematics. And you circle this, and then there's a math feature, and it actually will like help them solve it. So you can fix it, graph both sides in 2D. So this is kind of cool. They can also just graph it in 2D, what the final equation is. So both sides of the equation. Let's try another one, like 3y is less than 24 plus 2x. So let's try that. So what happens when, so it can also do some solving. Let's hit math. That's pretty cool. Solve it for y, solve it for x, and then it has graph inequality. That's pretty cool, huh? One thing that does here says generate a practice quiz, and I haven't ever used this before, but you would sign in and it would create this quiz that you could add in. Let's do like 3 questions. So maybe since we're trying something, say, okay, everybody right now, go ahead, and this is mine. So you can try a couple here. I'll actually read them to you, submit it. You can check your score now, your results, and it shows me, oh, you got them right, you got them not right. So kind of interesting. And that was like just seconds to create something. So for mathematics, it's pretty awesome. And maybe you might see another use here. So I hope you enjoyed talking through this with me or listening, and hopefully you enjoyed some interesting OneNote options. And I hope you guys, please let me know if you have any questions or if you find a way that you used it and you're trying something new. And that's it. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.